only your before and after pictures. Obviously, those people, you're going to be wanting to say something along the lines of, hey, Brianna, thanks for liking Jen's story. Super excited to be able to celebrate with her, and I know it meant a lot, period. How are you? What's new in your life? And start that conversation, because she might respond with like, yeah, it was so cool. Hey, here's what's going on. Or that she might respond with, hey, that's great, and I really want to know more about your program. I'm not saying everyone does that, but every once in a while they really do. And being able to build that genuine relationship, whether it's going right to the program or not, is so key. So doing that with both personal pictures and like more health related pictures is really powerful. And it's been cool to see how that has led me to connect with a lot more people this week. So yeah, it's just awesome. Okay, I think Paula's going to start. We're going to watch the first 27 minutes. And guys, seriously, get your papers out. You are going to be jotting notes like crazy.
Well, welcome to the Wood organization training for Monday night. Doug Wood, he's not on here at the beginning. Doug and Tia Wood, they are actually on a call with Dr. A. And will soon be on here and join us for the end of this training, because they have a great piece of this that they want to share that's pretty fresh and new for all of us, as is some of the training we're going to give tonight. So I'm going to go right to our sharing the screen and go right into what we're going to talk about at the beginning here.
We've got a great training for you tonight, and Eric and I were just talking about this, that we take it for granted that we're doing these different practices or these different habits that are building our business, but maybe we haven't talked about them in a while. And so we want to bring it right back up. So because we've got a lot of new people, and it's a great refresher for people who've been coaching for a long time, but we're going to be talking about using the tool that helps to set up your business. And so we're going to be talking about Facebook and social media and how that can get the word out.
So welcome to the Wood training. And as we begin talking about social media tonight, one of the big things, of course, we all know, is Facebook. Facebook, what is Facebook? And as I've been asked before, and I'm going,
sounds so philosophical.
Yeah, I'm going, what do you mean, what is Facebook? Don't you know what Facebook is? But no, some people are not on Facebook. And so that's why this is only a tool. And this is only a way to engage, the beginning point to engage with people. And yeah, you can acquire clients from Facebook, and it can happen. And it can happen at a minimal way, or we can maximize it, and it can happen in a 10x manner, to where you really do not only post something, but you get the word out about what you're doing. And people begin following you because you're sharing a great thing. And not only weight loss, but you're becoming known, and you're branding yourself through Facebook social media that you're a health coach, that you're about health, that people can come to you when they think, hey, I want to make a change in my health. Hey, I want to lose weight. Hey, I'd like to increase my energy. Well, they're going to be thinking about you because you're there and you're in their social media space. So what is Facebook? And I love this quote by Douglas Wood. Facebook is a tool to build our business. It's not our business. And so remember, Facebook, you can get lost in that thing. You can get lost in that news feed. You can spend way too much time in there and actually not do anything that is actually the action that's going to acquire clients. Or even better than that, people see what health coaching is all about, and they want to come join you and be a part of your team. So learning your craft and becoming confident and competent in sharing the full offer of Take Shape for Life will actually be the 10x factor in having great success with the tool of Facebook. And what I mean by this is simply, when you become a brand new health coach, if you're a brand new health coach on here tonight, we don't always suggest you jump on Facebook, start sharing. Because really the first thing you want to get into your wheelhouse, the first cornerstone you want to set of your health coaching practice, your business here, is number one, learning how to share with people. And it was so awesome. A minute ago, Jan just shared, before we started recording this, how today she did 4 calls and she did three of them were with her health coach, or maybe all four of them were with her health coach, and she learned actually how to help somebody discover if they're a good fit for this. Whether you're on Facebook or not, that is the main key skill of getting started. So you want to do those three-way calls or three-way Zooms with your whole team, with your mentorship team, so you can gain that skill. Then when you begin to launch out on Facebook, guess what? You can really follow up on everyone that will come to you.
That's right. You're going to know what to say when someone engages. And so those three-way calls are very, very important.
You'll gain the confidence and competency to really help people. If you haven't started doing that, no matter whether you're a senior coach or not, if you haven't started doing that, go do that with your health coach. And you'll even see bigger rewards from Facebook. So don't fall into the trap of Facebook being your business builder. Facebook is just a layering tool or a sprinkling tool, whatever you want to call it. It's really a tool to share the consistency of what you're doing in your personal life and in what you're doing with health coaching. So when you have learned the simple beginning skills of three-way calls with your health coach and your mentorship team, your return rate on the actions you'll do on Facebook will be such a greater rate. I remember myself, I didn't start out on Facebook. I actually started with Tia Wood doing some calls, and reluctantly I did. And so finally I actually started doing some with her, and I had great results from that, and that's how it began. And so, and really, my health coach, just so you know, my health coach, Shane Bishop, I never saw a post of his on Facebook. I never saw anybody's Facebook post, and I actually was on Facebook. He came to me and said, "Eric, I found something that's really changed my life and my health. Would you? I know we've worked out together a little bit, and I know you've kind of had an interest in improving your health. Would you like to hear what I've done?" It had nothing to do with social media or Facebook. So even though I think him and his wife saw some of the stuff Doug and Tia were doing on Facebook, so maybe it did get to me.
For that personal contact is definitely important.
Very important.
So we want to ask you this question. Do you, if you're on Facebook already, do you want Facebook responses coming to you? Do you want your post to create a response, to generate a response? So if that answer is yes, I think that's probably all of us. And then we want to give you a couple of pointers. So go out and start chatting or start talking with other people. Initiate your conversation. And then also comment right on the bottom of their pictures. Love that holiday family photo. You guys look so great. I love your smiles. All those things like that. Be inspiring. Be a light, be somebody that's positive, be someone that shares hope. And so you don't want to, Facebook can very easily be something where you vent. You'll see people get on there and say, "Oh, rotten morning, woke up and downhill from there." Okay, that's not the persona. That's not what we're wanting to bring across. Use Facebook to be uplifting and share, whether it be pictures or ideas, thoughts, photos, quotes from different books that you're reading because you're improving yourself. Share those positive things because people will respond to that and say, I need some of that. I want to talk with Raquel.
And don't leave your Facebook responses and the posts you do up to chance. And really, if you just post something on Facebook and that's all you're doing, you are actually leaving up to chance that people are going to engage with it, that someone's going to see it. You may say, "Oh, wait a minute. I post stuff up there and I get some likes and person comments on it." Okay, well, you could have way more the amount of likes, way more the amount of comments, and actually 10 times the more of people seeing it if you're engaging on Facebook.
That's right.
If you go and engage people. And so don't leave it up to chance. Someone will comment or like, but become followers of people on Facebook.
So what you're saying, Eric, is don't just put up a before and after picture and then wait for people to respond to you.
Yeah.
But engage with other people and comment on their pictures, create conversation on them, congratulate them on their anniversaries. And then when you do a before and after post, because you're engaged with them, then your picture is going to show up in their newsfeed. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Awesome.
And so, the algorithms of Facebook work as your news feed. Actually, I'm not even in my news feed. I don't really even pay attention to it because Facebook is putting into your news feed what it thinks you want to see. And so it's putting in there just the people it thinks, the algorithms of it think you want to interact with, not all of your friends. So then sometimes you can sit there. How many of us have sat there before and gone, oh, you know what? God, I haven't seen this person on Facebook lately. Have you ever thought that before? Raise your hand if you ever thought that before. Well, it's because more than likely you're not going to their Facebook page, interacting with them. And when I mean interact, yes, but go to the next level. Comment. Genuinely, I got it right. Genuinely comment on their posts about their life, about what they're doing. Then Facebook, the algorithms of it will begin to go, oh, I think they might want to see each other's stuff and begin to be in their life. Then you will begin to be in all of your friends' news feeds. And then they'll begin to see what you're posting. And then they will see, number one, your profile picture, your cover page, and they'll start to be interested in what Monique's doing. What is Monique doing? What is she doing? What has happened in her life? What is this thing she's doing? Then, of course, you're going to share about your own life and what's going on. And you want to live your life out loud. You want to live your life, what's happening in your life. And Raquel and I know we're a little bold on Facebook and we're living our life out loud there. But, I have many of the coaches on our team say, you know what? I love the life you're living. It's so amazing. You do that as a health coach? I sure do. And so people really do want to see that. So again, A to Z. Now, some of you may have heard this before, A to Z. It's the Facebook A to Z rule. And what you do, it's real simple. It's what we just talked about before. Go to your friends list and then go from A to Z. Now, you may have, the average person on Facebook has 300 friends. You might have 300 friends. You might have thousands of friends. Take the time, sitting around instead of watching your TV program, instead of listening to Fox News, instead of listening to something, take the time to get on your Facebook, go to your friends list, and go from A to Z and start going to every single friend you have and comment on their Facebook page a couple times and like things. And do that through all of your friends from A to Z. Then you will see in a short time period, you will begin to see more people liking and commenting on everything on your Facebook page. And so now you can't just go do that once. You've got to do that. And then what you can find is you can find a core of people that you want to focus on, that you actually think you might be able to help. And so start interacting in their life, their social media life on Facebook. So don't leave your Facebook up to the chance of posting one post and hoping people interact with you. Be social. So now let's go to the comment section on a Facebook post. Now, when most people post a comment on something you've posted on your wall, 99% of the time, when I post something on my wall, then somebody posts in the comment section, I make sure to actually make sure I'm tagging the person's name in it. So what I mean here is it's real simple what I'm talking about. When I'm in the comment section, many people on your posts, not many, there'll be a few people that post in your comment section. And the people that post in the comment area, you'll find out that, you can personal message them about what you're doing. Now, here's kind of a rule of thumb of it. The first thing I do when I see somebody wants information on the comments, I don't put my website, I don't say take shit for life, I don't post anything in there other than these two simple things. I say, I just personal messaged you, Monique, about it. And I'm just using you, Monique, because you're the one I see on my screen there. And so I just personal messaged, not personal. I just personal messaged you, Monique, about it. And then everyone sees that's commented and the people liking, they'll see that, oh, if I want information, I should tell Monique I want information. you'll get two kinds of people from that. You'll get more people posting saying, hey, I want information. Then you'll also get people that just personally message you directly asking for information. And here's another one I do, and Raquel and I do. I just sent you, Monique, a personal message about my health journey. That's when somebody has personal messaged me directly. I go back to the comment section. After I sent them what we're going to talk about in a minute to personal message them, I go back to that same comment and I say that I sent them a message.
Now, so when you put their name in that comment, it tags them and they get an additional notification.
That's right. It's all about getting these notifications in the comment section like that. Now, moving on from the comments is, now when you think about the comments, how many of you comment on people's pictures and people's texts and people's videos? How many of you comment something underneath them? Anybody? Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you like things, that you press that little like button? And this is where the comment section is. This is what I'm talking about. If you don't know how to comment on it, you just click that button, you start commenting. And it goes right there. But how many of you know that?
I'm going to do that. Right.
How many like things? Okay. Now, when you're saying,
I like things all day long.
I know you do.
Even quicker than I do comments.
I know. Yeah. I hope you like me sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyways, when you like things, what do you do more? Do you like or do you comment? Mike, what do you do more?
I'll like it, but I'm creating a habit of I will always comment.
Okay.
Because what's the point? Not gonna. It's cool, but
that's right. Now, before you started creating that habit, what did you do more?
I liked.
Would you say before you started creating that powerful habit you just talked about, that is a 10x habit on using social media? That is, you're right, Mike. It's a discipline to create. Do you think you liked 80% of the time and commented only 20?
I would say higher.
Okay.
Probably 90% of the time I would just like, because it's so easy and it's just like, and I like it. And I was honestly, I liked it. I actually did like what I was seeing, but yeah. Oh, it's so hard. I got to go down and I have to get on my keyboard.
Right. So you're very common. That practice is very common.
Very common. Thanks for sharing, Mike. That's actually very common. And 90% of people are liking 80% of the time more than they're ever commenting. That means that the people, when you post something about health or a before and after or 30 days of hope or whatever you're posting, even your life, more people are liking it than are commenting it generally. So what does that mean? That means before we get to this, I want you to start reading it yet. Before we get to that means that if you're commenting more of the time, then you're liking, like Mike said, more. You're going to be interacting with these people at a higher level. Now, so most people like. So if you're only messaging the comments, then you're only getting about 20% of the people that are actually seeing what you're doing.
So we should like.
You should be. So if you want to get that other 80% of people that you can actually gauge, that is engaging, the only way to engage right now on a post other than a video is number one, the comments and the likes. That's who who's seen it. So you get few comments, you get more likes. And so the likes are important. They're actually a massive builder. And so that's why we talk about, what do I do with all those likes? Because the likes are more powerful at times than the comments. And actually, when you take the time to what we call thanking the like, and you do that, you personal message somebody, and you thank them for liking what you just posted, it is actually a massive tool to create an engagement with people.
And create a conversation.
And to create a conversation. So what you can do is thanking the likes is a layering process. It's a sprinkling process. I like to call it kind of a small touch. It's kind of a form of follow-up on what you posted. Instead of just letting it sit there, follow up on it, interact with it, be social with it. It's the first interaction with someone being inspired about what you've posted. Now, below, I'm going to share a few things that are actual comments. They're actual things that me and Raquel have done on Facebook now for years from the beginning. And this thanking the likes, I would say, created 70% of our
Facebook
our
comments, right?
our Facebook people from Facebook becoming clients in the beginning. Now you can say, "Oh my gosh, I had a picture with 100 likes." Oh, I say, "Oh my gosh, 100 people to follow up with? That's incredible." Now you can do it two ways. You can follow up with them by thanking them all different kinds of ways, 100 different thanks that you think of, and you have to create for each individual person, or you can follow up with one thing that basically you're going to cut and paste to them all because you're personal messaging them that works, instead of doing 100 different ways that you have no idea is going to work. And you're going to hit and miss a lot of people. Instead of using a way works and use that all the time with those 100 people.
So these are some sample cut and paste comments that we'll do. Thanks, Michelle, for the like on my Facebook picture. Means a lot. And then you can go on.
It's that simple.
And I like taking it a step further and always ending my thanks with a question.
Yes.
Thanks, Michelle, for the like on my Facebook picture. Or you could say, thanks, Michelle, for liking my picture at the lake. Means a lot. What's exciting in your life these days?
I love that comment.
And you it's hard for people to ignore a question. That's all I'll say. So end your cut and paste with the question.
And here's another one. Now let's say you post somebody's, now let's go further than just your own personal posts of health in your life. Let's go to a before and after picture or 30 days of hope, something you posted about somebody else's health journey. You're celebrating. Thanks, Michelle, for the like on my Facebook picture about John's health journey. I know it means a lot to him that you liked it. Thanks for celebrating his success with me today. See, and you thank them for liking the picture you posted about somebody else's journey. And I'll tell you what, this right here, oh my gosh, you'll get people going, blah, 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 all my life and my health and blah, 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 they just tell you the whole story. Now, and we'll talk about what to do with that whole story. We'll talk about what to do with somebody that says, send me information. We'll talk about that in a minute. But thanking people like that is amazing. Now, you can do that with your health posts, okay? And that's going to be great. You're going to get a lot of traction. But what if you 10x'd it and get the biggest value out of social media? I should get my 10x hat on. Get the biggest value out of social media by thanking your personal things you post, like being at the park. Hey, thanks, Julie, for liking my picture of my family at the park. It means so much that you took the time to do that. What about that? What will that generate? I challenge you guys, everyone on here, to begin liking not just your health posts, but all your posts. Begin liking. Go back. I went back to Christmas. After a month of Christmas post, after this beautiful picture we had done and we posted, all these people were on there. I went back and I thanked all the likes a few weeks later. And I said, thank you so much for liking my Christmas posts. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you did. It means so much to me. This is like our new Christmas card. That's what I did. And so really, I even liked all the people that thanked me on my birthday. I take my birthday day on social media when everybody posts happy birthday. Oh, I thank them all. Because then Facebook, and after that, my Facebook just starts generating so many likes and comments because Facebook then thinks we all want to interact. So thanking the likes can be just extremely powerful for you if you want to really 10x your Facebook exposure. So what's next? What about friending people on Facebook? How can you step that up a bit? Well, number one, add friends. It's that simple. Add 5 to 10 friends a day. You can even do more than that. Be careful you don't get stuck in Facebook jail. And I've been stuck in Facebook jail once. It was just for 2 days. I friended too many people one time. And they cuffed me. No, I've never been in Facebook jail, but they can. So don't be worried about it. I'm usually doing 5 to 10 people. I have a goal of adding, 30 to 100 new friends a month. And you go, oh my gosh, how do you even find those people? Well, I go to my friends, I look at their friends, and I friend those people that I know, or they may know me. They go, oh, well, geez, I so much wish you wouldn't be, I don't want to be one of those friends that send friend requests and I don't even know them. And it doesn't matter about your request. Your request doesn't matter. It's up to the person whether they accept you as a friend or not. The friend request is just a request. It's up to them whether they accept you or not. And I actually don't even know. I'm not even watching to see who accepts me or not. I'm friending people. Now, what I do watch is this. Every time I get a friend request that is not a health coach, well, and I do friend health. I do say this to health coaches too, because I just do whoever has friend requested me. And I just say, I thank them for friending me. And this is what we say, and it works awesome. Thanks for friending me means a lot. What's exciting in your life these days? I immediately interact with my new friends. Immediately. I don't wait. I interact with them. And then before you know it, oh my gosh, well, where do we even know each other from? How did you get to know me? And I begin to build a relationship. Now, when and sometimes people are friend requesting me because they actually want to know about our health program. So because we've been, they're so long doing it. Now, when somebody accepts my friend request, that's not a health coach. I simply say this: thanks so much for taking the time to accept me as your newest friend on Facebook. It means a lot to me. What's exciting in your life these days? See, that is actually engaging right from the very beginning new friends and people that accept you as their friend. And that means you're going to be put into their algorithms. You're going to be actually in their news feeds immediately. And so you're not just taking on a friend. If you just take on a friend request, hey, you just took on a friend request, you're not even actually tracking who's coming into your friends. I mean, how about if you write down on a piece of paper every month all your new friends, and you commit to actually going to their Facebook every other day, all these new friends that come in and commenting on stuff, and actually beginning to interact with them. So maximizing concerning when you do 30 Days of Hope. And if you don't know what 30 Days of Hope is on Facebook, connect with your health coach. They'll know what it is. I'm not going to do training on that today. But if you use the follow-up skills we've just talked about, and you do a 30 Days of Hope, and you start beginning to friend people, you will actually have more interaction and success on your 30 Days of Hope than you ever have before. If you do these skills we've talked about, and at the same time as you're doing that 30 Days of Hope, you're going through your A to Z list, and you're starting to interact with, actually you're starting to interact with the friends on Facebook, and which is actually supposed to be what's happening on Facebook, not just stuck in the newsfeed. But if you get out of that newsfeed and you start to interact with all your friends, then more of them are going to see your 30 Days of Hope, and you actually have a greater response. Now, let's talk about, you thank the likes and somebody messaged you. You message, somebody wants information.
Okay, everybody, that's where we're going to pause for tonight. I hope you learned as much as I do. I have a whole page of notes, but I want to run over a couple of things that have been super effective for me. The A to Z rule. He's talking about going through all of your friends and sending them a message or commenting on some of their pictures. That is so helpful. Honestly, you go, oh, I forgot about them. Oh, I forgot about them. And it's good to re-engage in their life, and really, because when you want to add value to Facebook, you want to love on people. So that's a great thing to do. As far as sending friend requests, I know we have mentioned Facebook jail, but word from the wise, I decided one day I was going to send a message to all my friends. Well, I have a lot of them, and I could copy paste really fast. And I was copy pasting like a genuine, like, hey, how are you? Thinking about you. What can I be praying for you today? Like with their name inserted. And anyways, when you do 50 in a half an hour, you get cut off. So I think it's 50 in a day. So just know that. Go for like 30 or 40 and you're going to be just fine. I know Paula has gotten put in the same thing. And it's not a big deal, but just know, since we've learned the limits, let us share them with you so that you can continue to send messages. And then I would love to hear anybody's takeaways, like hey, that was a really good point, or questions. I know that this can be just really helpful to be able to dialogue back and forth. So what kinds of questions did you guys have?
Diana, I'm just going to pop in there since you routed me out of being in Facebook jail. It's no big deal. I guess when it happens and you get a little warning, hey, too many posts, they kind of are making sure we're not spamming. So
Right.
It's not a big deal. It happens to all of us, more than one.
Totally. So does anybody have any questions on how to comment or how to respond or why we do the way that we do it? Nobody? I know it was really crystal clear, but please speak up if you do have any questions at all.
I wanted to ask you, Diana and Paula, if you guys have done much of just like what Eric suggested of randomly friend requesting people you do not know. I have not done that much unless it's been somebody I've like interacted with on a forum, and I can like actually say like, oh, like we both cough diaper, like I wanted to, friend request you, not just like randomly like, okay, I'm just gonna friend request every single person out there. And I wanted to hear what you guys thought about that.
One thing, Megan, I've done, so I live in Salem, Oregon, and it's a big, small town, I guess you could say. So people that I have a lot of mutual friends with, I do friend request. Like if it's at a certain number, I'm like, I think I probably have met them, or like I know their spouse or their spouse to be. Usually that's kind of where I go. Paula, what about you?
Yeah, I have done that if I kind of know of someone as an acquaintance or I want to get to know them because I realize they're a big circle of influence. But at the same time that I request them, I send them a private message that says, hey, I requested your friend. I think we, have this in common. I want to try to bring something to them that gives them a little personal interaction. Maybe we know the same people and I just thought, or I love your positive posts that I saw on, someone else's wall, give them some reason to say yes if you don't think they'll recognize you, or say, hey, it's been a long time since high school. I'm not sure, if you remember me then, but it's just so nice as we're growing up or as we're getting older, just to see other people that we went to high school with, just give some kind of connection. It's really helpful.
And I think before you go that route, look through the friend suggested that Facebook gives you, because oftentimes it's people you went to high school with, elementary school, friends from church that you haven't thought about Facebook requesting. And then I really pay attention if I see a friend's post, and like if I notice, oh, hey, that's somebody I know, like I friend request them right away, like in some comments or something like that. So look for the people that you know first, and if you feel like you want to branch out further, absolutely. And I think I saw somebody else like unmuting themselves for a question. Anybody else?
I did for a comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Patty here. A couple things that I would say, as far as trying to friend more people on Facebook, what I've done in the past is I'll go to like some of my friends that I know that I'm already friends with on Facebook, and I know that they are really well connected with a lot of friends that maybe, whether it was high school, college, or people we used to go to church with in the past. And so I will go look at their friend list and just scroll down and see, that gives me ideas like, oh, is there somebody I missed that maybe over the course of time that they became friends with that I still knew really well. So it's kind of like digging down a couple more layers other than what the suggested friend thing is that pops up. So that's been instrumental for me. And then also just to the point of what Eric and Raquel were saying in their presentation about the likes and the comments. Yesterday, I put a post on where I know some of the health coaches were putting out there yesterday about the saying 11 more weeks till 2016, lose 11 pounds, 22 pounds, 33 pounds. So I put a post out there and a picture of Randy and I, and put those numbers on, and I got quite a few comments, and I put the call to action was, message me. I gave the appeal and then put the call to action. And one of the gals that we used to go to college with, she said, sign me up. And so that's all she said. And so then I replied as a comment so everybody could see it, and instead of just replying directly to her comment, but I put it out there and said, hey, Starla, I sent you a private message. And then I did send her a private message. Well, then this morning, when we were on our way to church, I was checking Facebook and I saw a notification that somebody else that we went to college said, send me a private message too. And so it worked perfectly. I mean, it was just like the textbook case, like what Raquel and Eric have been teaching us,
Yes.
all that good stuff about Facebook. So it
exactly.
really does work. Yeah.
People are watching, so really reach out and give them that branch. And yes, to what Patty said, look for your party people. Who are the really fun ones that know everybody, and go through their friends and see who you know. Yeah. Any other questions? I think I saw EJ. Emily, were you unmuting yourself? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I just had questions since I'm like a new health coach and trying to, I don't know, some of it with all the stuff on Facebook is a little overwhelming. Yeah. So I just had questions. Like, it's easy enough to follow up on people who comment because it's pretty easy and obvious that they're interested. But I know one thing that was good for me to take away was even just following up on people who like that. But I guess kind of if you have a suggestion on what a good balance is of just kind of sending them a private message to see how things are going versus how do you balance that with like trying to get them actually interested, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a great question. I let them guide that a little bit more. So if it's somebody that likes it and I send them a message, I try to keep the like I say, hey, thanks for liking, like they said, hey, thanks for liking John's story. Super fun celebrating with him. How are you doing? It's been a while since we got to chat. And then if they're interested, they're going to bounce back with a question. And if it's not quite right yet, you're going to see them liking every single before and after that you have. And maybe in a few weeks say, hey, so fun. I'm glad you're liking all my posts. If you ever want to know more, I'd love to connect or something like that. If you've noticed a pattern and they aren't being, reaching out, but maybe they're just enjoying it and it's laying that seed. So kind of like when we're talking with people in person, we can drop the hints and we can make a couple mentions of what we're doing with health coaching and loving, hey, I'm loving health coaching, or so, 5 minutes later in the conversation, got to celebrate with a client this morning. But until they respond with a question of like, oh yeah, tell me more, or I'm kind of interested in that, or, do you think this could work for somebody like me? Then we aren't going to push it, Emily, does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so just go all relational until they give you the clue to do otherwise.
Okay, thanks.
I want to piggyback off that, Tiana. I was going to say something super similar before she asked the question. So same track of mine here. I love everything about the training, and I think everything was right, and I learned or revisited ideas that I'd heard and haven't really done in a while. But something else that I think is equally as important to mention is that when we reach out to people randomly, we never have an intent of trying to get them to be a client. Like, truly, our intent should be, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while. I hope you're doing really well. I genuinely care about your life and who you are as a person. And if long-term, our relationship being reconnected means you end up being a client, that's great and that's awesome. But I'm really coming from a place of love, and I just want to reconnect our friendship. And if it's from any other place, people can sniff that out. People know that you're just trying to get them to be part of your team, and they don't want to have any part of that. But if you really come at it of like, yeah, I genuinely care about you, it just all around, you're going to feel a lot better about things. You're not going to feel like you're selling anything, and it's just going to make for a better way. I don't know if I said that.
Absolutely. Just stay really focused on loving people, building that relationship. In fact, when I first started coaching, sometimes I had to remind myself, like, calling to connect with friends or messaging people on Facebook, like building relationships is my job. And if I treat it that way, like then it helps me remind myself that it's worth, like, it's not that it's a waste of time. This is what it is. This is what we do. So yeah, great. Well, I'm going to close it out. You guys, if you have any more questions, feel free to post them on the Life and Balance page so that we can connect with them there, because I don't want to keep you guys much longer over. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for having me. And Paula, I will give it back to you.
Okay, yeah, and just to piggyback on what Katie and Emily and Tina all said, is we're looking for those who have their hand up. That's what we're really doing. And the others, we're just letting them know that when they're ready, we're just planting a seed, that's it. So, okay, my gosh, you guys, this is like a huge bowl. I mean, I don't even know if I can tell you. I should have counted how many coupons there are in here for winners. So, I mean, Patty had a boatload because she had 2 new coaches and a bunch of clients, and Jackie had bunches of coaches, and all of you guys did, are clients, and so it's really exciting. So first prize, okay, we need a drum roll, please, and I can't even do it, so I would try. So first prize for a $100 gift certificate to Target is Gloria Osborne. Yay, Gloria! Okay. Second drawing is for our massage is for Kim Kell. Yay! This is super fun, you guys. So great work on how much we're growing. The team is really growing. You guys are just sharing boldly and reaching out to a lot of people who need help and need hope. And you know what? It doesn't matter if the holidays are coming. People are ready. I can tell you 3 or 4 people that I've talked to this week that have become new clients. They don't care that it's almost Thanksgiving and Christmas and whatever. They're sick of how they feel. So yay. So everyone, and hello, little Lucas, you little precious little guy. We just want to